Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the vlog. It's Vlogmas day, what is it, 21. It is Sunday. Today has been somewhat of a long day. I have been up since 7 something this morning and have been working and just caring for family. I had to drop my mom and pick her up from the airport this weekend, and so it's late and I really didn't get a chance to do much vlogging, but I will show you guys a little clip right now of me directing the choir this morning, and it was super fun to get on stage and minister with the Voices of Faith today. Today was the Christmas service, and so we had a big shebang, big hit. We did Joy to the World, which you saw us rehearsing a couple of times over the last few weeks on Vlogmas episodes on, I don't remember which numbers, but I'll put them down here if you want to check that out. And so we did Joy to the World by Whitney Houston. The crowd was into it. The energy was high. The band smacked. It was just a great time on stage and being able to present that song and incite joy into the room. So yeah, we here right now, and I am here to talk to you about the difference between the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and the DJI Osmo Nano, and surprisingly, which one I've been using the most during Vlogmas. So this is not a video about the tech specs and the this and the that, and the comparisons between the two, but more so practical information about my use of the cameras and how they differ if you have both in your kit. So the Osmo Pocket 3, for what I have needed during Vlogmas, has just been too big, if you could believe that or not. The size of it, for this part compared to, let's take this off, to just this part, it's really night and day. Taking this into a store versus taking this into a store has been more so this, because nobody's gonna detect this. I mean, they might see this and say something, they really might not, but this is really tiny. If I don't have a tripod, you can't even see that I have this in my hand if I have this jammed up to my face and I'm vlogging, versus this, it's a little bit more, assuming than unassuming here. And the other thing is that I didn't realize how much I needed a car camera, right? Like taking the Canon C50 or the R5 or the R6 Mark III or anything into the car is a big to-do as far as mounting. And then if that's the only camera that I'm using, I gotta mount it, use it, then dismount it, and then use it. And it's like this whole thing of, back and forth versus having the car mount, the suction mount already up in my car, literally leave it out there because it's so tiny. This is modular, so now this becomes even smaller, sticking that up on my windshield and getting amazing image quality just for the drive. I keep a DJI Mic Mini in my car as well. It's also super tiny and able to just kind of vlog and do my segments and things like that without so much hassle. Now, I will say that the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 has been my camera for that, but it's also a little bit more challenging to mount. Number one, it's super long. So, if you're hanging this from the top of your car or like trying to maneuver it into the window, like its height along with the gimbal presents a little bit of a challenge if your car doesn't have like a tall roof, if you know what I mean. And then also, all of the mounts don't have a 1/4-20. And so you have to screw on versus being able to just magnetize to, the mount that comes with this. This does not come with a car mount. So I've got a Ulanzi car mount and another brand car mount that I had to put a plate on and screw it in. And do I use the battery pack with it or not? It's just like this whole thing versus, this is just one click, dismount, press record. The audio's there, everything's ready to go. Now, the big benefit of using the Osmo Pocket 3 is its image quality in low light situations. So I'm not gonna sit up here and tell you that if I need to film a segment of a behind the scenes in a rehearsal or something like that, I would pick up the Nano before I pick up the Osmo Pocket 3. That's just not the case. However, I do use the Osmo Pocket 3 if I do need to take something of a longer form that's going to be indoors or something like that, where I know I'm just going to mount a tripod and just make it happen. I will do that. If I don't have a camera at all and this is the only thing on me besides my phone, I will probably use this because I'll need my phone to do other functions. But the Osmo Pocket 3 functions more to me like a mirrorless camera would in the absence of a mirrorless camera, where this is just kind of like my go-to for filming in the car. Well, I know I have great light. I'm not filming in the car at night, so daylight, you know, I don't need to use an ND filter on this. This is going to give me great image quality in the car because it's bright. But this, no problems indoors. The other thing that about vlogging with the Osmo Pocket 3 that I'm still kind of mulling over is the tracking and the sensitivity of tracking with the gimbal. Sometimes when I turn this on and I point it towards my face, if I'm not careful, it's not locked onto my face, and then it starts to drift, and am I in the right gimbal mode and all that stuff, versus, you know, when I turn this on and point it towards my face, it's locked on. I'm not have to worry about it, you know, drifting or swiveling or anything like that. And when I do use the tracking, if I turn my head slightly, this just like jerks like super hard. So I don't enjoy that. I wish that DJI would unlock some pro features with the Osmo Pocket 3, and particularly with the tracking sensitivity. If I'm able to adjust the sensitivity to maybe like 2 or 3, as opposed to like if the max is 5 or 10, then I feel like this would be, I would trust it leaving the tracking on all the time. I kind of go in between whether I want to turn this on and have tracking on right away versus just turning it on and being able to just film, you know, myself talking. I haven't really decided which one is best, but that's one thing that I really don't like about this is the gimbal just kind of shifts and throws off the framing a little bit if I want to be in the center or, you know, on the side, and then the tracking is just too sensitive. I wish I could just bring it down a notch. All in all, image quality is just about the same if you're shooting in natural light. The last point that I'll make is that the Osmo Nano provides a greater field of view as far as being an ultra wide lens than the Osmo Pocket 3. And that is another kind of drawback for me as to why I would be using this one more, and I have been using it more during Vlogmas, is because you can see more of the scene. It's a vlog. I want you to be able to see what's in my car, see the, you know, the traffic going beside me. This is like, I would say probably the equivalent of like 10 or 11 millimeters, while this is the equivalent of 10 millimeters. I wish that the Osmo Pocket 3 did have an internal, you know, regular default 16 millimeter lens or 12 millimeter lens that would, you know, allow more of the scene in, and you wouldn't have to literally hold the camera way back here from your face in order to get that wide field of view to be able to see the entire scene. It's just a little bit too narrow for me. I do prefer that wider look that the action cams or the Osmo Nano provide in the car. And in that same frame of voice, I will also say filming in the 4:3 aspect ratio is definitely a plus for this. It kind of gives the vibe of open gate, versus with this one you only have the option of 16:9 or 9:16, which is, you know, the normal field of view here. It doesn't give you the extra room at the top and at the bottom like filming in 4:3 does with this. So if I did want to reframe for vertical later, I have more space because it's open gate-ish with the 4:3 aspect ratio. Versus with this, you know, I know that I could film vertically natively within this camera, but it's still, the field of view is so narrow that I would just want a wider field of view, which you can get a little bit more of the scene in with the Osmo Nano. So that's my take on the two and why I've been using the Nano way more during Vlogmas these last 21 days. It's crazy, right? So let me know down in the comments, do you have the Osmo Pocket 3? Do you have the Osmo Nano? Do you have both? Let me know which you prefer. I'm kind of leaning towards the Nano, which I have been for the last 21 days, which is crazy in my mind, but here we are. So let me know down in the comments. And as I wrap this video up, I appreciate you guys for rocking with me for 21 days straight on Vlogmas. If you have seen all 21 days, just comment the word or the number 21 down in the comments. Let me know that you've been rocking with me. And you already know, if you've been locked in, I'm trying to reach 2,000 subs. So we almost there. I think I got maybe 9 or 11 more subscribers to go before we reach our number, we reach our goal, and we got 4 more days to do it. So I want you guys to tap in with me, hit that subscribe button, and then also knock that bell so that you never miss a video. If you vibed with this one, you already know, smash the like button as well. It helps YouTube to push my content up to other people and recommend it to a broader audience. And yeah, man, my Instagram and my TikTok are down here as well. If you want to follow me on some short form, I would appreciate that as well. But I'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll be back for day 22. Appreciate y'all for watching. Always remember, keep living, because your very best days are still yet to come. Peace.